Game, that is unicellular or multicellular bird-like structure. It is found in the Bryophyta. In the Bryophyta, the gametophyte develops lower side of the plant body, on which the gamete, the special kind of birds develop. This gamete later on detach from the plant body and through the water it reach at the other place and then germinate to develop into the thallus. And this way, new plant body develop from the part of the plant, and that's why it is included in vegetative propagation. Example, Marchantia. Regeneration. It is a regrowth of injured region. It is of two kinds, morphallaxis and epimorphosis. In morphallaxis, the small fragment of the body or small piece of the body has the ability to get transformed into the whole body. It is found in the case of sponges, hydra and planaria. The piece of the animal body has the ability to get transformed into the entire body structure, and that is morphallaxis. Morphallaxis. It is a replacement of the lost body part. For example, in the case of lizard, we know lizard has the ability to regenerate its lost tail, and that is the example of epimorphosis. So this way, morphallaxis and epimorphosis are different from each other. In the morphallaxis, the entire body of the organism can be developed or reformed, whereas epimorphosis, it is a regeneration or regrowth of only the lost body part. Spore formation or sporulation in plants. Spore is a single cell, thin or thick walled propagule or reproductive unit. Spore are of two kinds, zoospore, that is motile spore, and other spores are non-motile spore. Zoospore has the flagella-like structure and has the ability to swim in the medium of water. Non-motile spores are of different kind. First one is a conidia, which is found in the penicillium. It is a chain-like structure which develop at the terminal region of the fungal hyphae, and that is conidia. Second, clavidospore. It is a thick-walled structure and having ability to store food to tide over the unfavorable condition, and it is found in the Rhizopus and Agaricus. Oidea is a third kind of non-motile spore. It develops from the hyphae break to form the oidea, and it develops into the new plant body. Example, Agaricus. Sporangiospore is found in the Rhizopus and Muca. It is again a non-motile spore. Vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction means from the part of the plant body, new plant body develops. That is called as an vegetative propagation. The natural propagules or somatic parts of the plant body are developed from the different regions of the plant like root, underground stem, subaerial stem, aerial stem, leaves, or from the bulbils. Root are of two kinds, taproot and adventitious root. This root has the adventitious bud on the surface. The taproot and adventitious root store food material and become fleshy. It has the adventitious bud on it, and this bud is been responsible for the development of the new plant body. Taproot is found in Dalberia and guava, whereas adventitious root, sweet potato, tapioca, dahlia, and asparagus. If we talk about underground stem, it is of different kind like tuber, bulbil, corms, rhizome, and suckers. These are the different forms of the underground stem. Tuber is found in the potato and artichoke. It is the apical bud of the branch developed from the underground stem, store food and become fleshy. It has a specific kind of bud which is called as the eye of potato, and it has the ability to develop the new plant body. Bulbs is again a condensed underground stem which store food as well. The scaly leaves also store food in their bases like garlic and onion. Corm is a single internode of the branch of underground stem which store food. Example, Amorphophallus. Rhizome is a part of underground stem. The branches of the underground stem store food and become fleshy. They run parallel to the ground. And from node, the adventitious root develop, and this is the rhizome. Example: banana, ginger, turmeric, and adiantum. Very important thing: banana, given in the NCERT, has the rhizomes for the vegetative reproduction. So, what is difference between corms and rhizome? The corm is a single internode, irregular in shape, whereas rhizome has many internodes. It is now sucker. Sucker is a branch of underground stem which run parallel to the ground, emerge out from the ground, and give rise to the new plant body like mint and chrysanthemum. Subaerial stem or creeping stem is found in the different forms like runner, stolon, and offset. Runner is a branch of the subaerial stem which develop from the axillary bud towards the lower side of the stem. It runs parallel to the ground in all directions and give rise to the new plant body. When the node present in the branches come in contact with the moist soil, it develops adventitious root and plant body develops from it, like oxalis and different forms of grass. Stolon is a similar branch developed from the basal part of the stem from the axillary bud, but it grow obliquely upward and become arc shaped and come in contact with the soil. It is found in the strawberry and Vallisneria. So the difference between runner and stolon is that runner is a parallel to the ground, whereas stolon is an arc-like structure. Offset is similar to that of runner, as it is again run parallel to the ground, but as it is found in the aquatic plants like Pistia, it runs parallel to the water surface. Aerial stem like Opuntia and Moholomachia, they are xerophytic plants. They store food in their stem and become green in color for the photosynthesis as well. And this part of the stem has the ability to give rise to the new plant body. In the case of leaves, the Bryophyllum and Bignonia are the examples. These leaves possesses adventitious bud to give rise to the new plant body. Bulbil is the apical or axillary bud which stored food become fleshy, separate from the plant body and give rise to the new plant body. Like oxalis agave, Dioscorea is a swollen bud found in the Potamogeton and Utricularia, like aquatic plants, which is present at the anterior side of the plant and detached from the plant body and have ability to give rise to the new plant body. In the photograph, you can observe the anterior swollen structure, that is turion. Now, water hyacinth. It is considered as the terror of Bengal. It is an aquatic plant. It was introduced earlier in India as it has a beautiful flower and attractive shape of the leaves. So, as a scenic beauty, it was introduced in the water body. But later on, it grows tremendously and now it is a threat of drying off Bay of Bengal due to the presence of water hyacinth, and that's why now it is called terror of Bengal. It is not possible to get rid of this plant.